which admittedly was a little while ago now because we've had to run into a couple of roadblocks, but also such is life. So we're going to do a little role playing. We're going to introduce a new character. We're going to get into some shenanigans. And the cliffhanger at the end of the episode will set up the new storyline.
Spoilers.
We're going to have a cliffhanger.
It'll be sudden and dramatic, and you guys aren't going to know what to do with it. And then I'm just going to leave.
We need to call Alpine, and we need to call Hit and Run because we're going to need some help hanging onto the edge of this cliff.
There you go.
Turns out Starscream was only about a mile away from you guys when it landed. You almost got in a fight with him. 2 pictures on the left-hand side, that is Starscream watching the shard hit the ocean.
Got it. There we go. That would be the half a chunk of planet that's sitting there. Yeah, he was pretty close to us.
The way I kind of envisioned it from the Transformers 12 or 13 comic book, you guys are maybe 20 degrees to the left. So considering how far out that is, it's probably a mile or two. And then that's when it happened. The picture on the right is the G.I. Joe debrief in issue 1. You can see that it's been upgraded. There are ships around it, although it doesn't identify what country those ships belong to.
Antarctica.
I assume it's America, but that's not verified. And then there's a fence or something, right?
It's probably one of those barriers they put up to like keep oil and stuff from getting out in the ocean.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what it looks like. But also probably keeps people from getting in there too.
Yeah.
I say we take it over and make it our new base.
They're kind of already stealing my idea because shortly after that panel with Starscream in it, he rescued a couple of brand new Decepticons from the water that fell off of the shard.
Is that G.I. Joe? Or is that Transformers, that picture coming out of?
The image on the left is Transformers 15. Image on the right is G.I. Joe number 1.
Okay. Yep, I've read number 1. I remember that picture, but I couldn't. It's like, man, the one is Starscream. I don't think I've read that one yet.
Okay. But we are settling on an ambiguous time in between those 2 events. Because there's an ambiguous time between those 2 events. It's probably a week, maybe 10 days, but nobody knows for sure. But
this is Flint, and you're listening to
a world where ruthless terrorist organization is determined to rule the Earth.
Cobra! Attack!
A world where sometimes machines are more than meets the eye. A world where heroes are determined to stop the forces of evil, whether it be man, snake, machine, or something else. A world that needs heroes.
Yo, Joe!
A world that needs the Energon protocols.
what we are going to do is we're going to be back at the base in Nevada, and we're having a barbecue. Huck is visiting. He's just completed an inspection that was harsh but fair. Everybody did well. He got debriefs on the minicons and Ambulon. I guess, even though I suspect already how this will go, are we telling him about Megaplex? Ambulon, clearly his identity has to be revealed to Hawk, and that you're harboring a foreign fugitive on your base. The minicons, whether or not they qualify as people, have yet to be determined, but for now, you are also housing them. Do you want to reveal the fact that you are also harboring the giant warehouse?
Am I missing Blobby?
Well, we're getting the Blobby.
Okay. I was just wondering because he was on Reaper's back at one point in time.
So I'm going to throw it out there that Classified's not back yet, so that decision will probably be made outside of his participation.
Right, but you as Charles can still have a vote.
I don't exist in game. I think it would be very hard to hide an enormous metal foreign. Like, it would be very difficult to hide something the size of a warehouse, and yet it's there on base, so it's probably worth mentioning it, because it certainly doesn't look like any other thing on the base, right? Because it's made out of metal from Cybertron, so I think it would be very hard to hide it from him.
Okay.
Well, Metro Base was for the minicons, wasn't he?
It's where they lived, but Metro Base was just a warehouse, but he was also the power source for the space bridge. They basically jury-rigged him to suck all of his life force out, run a space bridge out of it.
Yep. Okay. So, I mean, always a chance that Hawk won't notice because, no general goes around memorizing the plans of every base under his control.
I think at this point, though, we've been super honest about everything, including giving away continents. So I would recommend that we, continue on the side of being completely transparent, irrespective of how negative the consequences might be for whatever we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Just making sure. Oh, Hawk is at the grill. A variety of hamburgers, sausages, hot dogs, veggie options. If you so choose, corn on the cob, all the awesome barbecue things. And everybody, Team A, Team B, all the support staff are all lounging and joking around and having a couple of beers. And we're going to pick up with Stalker at the end of a joke saying, "Then I broke his leg in 3 places and walked back to the bar." Ha ha ha.
Oh, good one, Stalker.
So declare what character you are and do 30, 45 seconds of role playing. Hardman, Reaper, Scaffold. Declare what character you are. Both of your characters are present at this barbecue. And do 30, 45 seconds of role playing. Get the other players into your little scheme. Go around, give us some details about maybe a past adventure. Just, we're expanding character knowledge for the audience at this time.
This is Reaper, and we'll be playing Mongoose tonight. This is Josh. I'm playing Mongoose tonight. Reaper's probably sitting around telling jokes as well, laughing and talking about all the crazy shit he's done on Cybertron. As long as he's allowed to with his crew, and I'm assuming they know what's happened. And Mongoose is probably just sitting over in a corner, really, really quiet, drinking a beer, just paying attention because he's not a very socialized person. Just really quiet, just sits and watches.
Is Reaper wearing his "It's Only a War Crime the Second Time" t-shirt?
Oh, he got him made for the whole unit. He's probably trying to get Stalker to wear one currently.
He accepted it graciously, but has conveniently and suspiciously never actually worn it out.
Conveniently got epic.
This is Aaron. I'll be playing stealth mode tonight, I believe. Hardman will be, I believe, unless I change my mind halfway through. Hardman's there where he's wearing the shirt that was given to him. Stealth mode is not.
This is Ryan. I'll be playing Shoehorn tonight. And yeah, Shoehorn is just kind of off to the side talking to nobody in particular about infiltrating a Portuguese wizard's tower and finding the talisman of Idahan, which, as we all know, is very important for upcoming missions.
You've caught Brick. He's got a kilt. He's wearing a war crime t-shirt. He's very amused by that. And he's holding his beer and trying to make eye contact with anyone else to either suck them into the conversation or come up with some sort of excuse to leave. And no one is meeting his eyes. So, yeah, he's standing there nodding in the appropriate places and trying not to breathe.
I'll continue the conversation. Say, do you recommend any protein? Grows on
haggis.
From what animal does haggis grow?
Skin stuffed with beef and barley and onions and stuff. And a meal for a true man. And he slaps you on the back.
Mongoose kind of chuckles over in the back, says, "Yeah, go ahead, eat some scaffold, Shoehorn. It'll put something on you. I'm not sure what it is. It might be a curse or two."
General Hawk, cook me up some haggis.
You report back to us how it is.
I'll have to see if we've got that in the cooler. And I'll see what I can do. And he waves his spatula at you in acknowledgement. Stalker gets a beep on his phone. It's got to be some sort of custom ringtone. It's not any song that you recognize, but it's an odd trilling. And he immediately stops what he's doing. He was in the middle of another joke that wasn't very funny and involved horrible violence. He stops in the middle, grabs his phone, and looks at it. And then he walks over to General Hawk, shows him the message, and walks over to Brick. And then over the course of him walking up to various people and showing them his phone, most of you come to understand that he's being called up. He's being reassigned. Gijoe team, which you've been hearing rumors about, and Hawk has talked to you about it a couple of times, is officially a go, and he's being reassigned. So apparently the commander of that unit is picking him up personally tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
So now it's a goodbye party for Stalker.
Yep. So he personally goes and gets the cooler, gets out a beer for everybody, and starts passing them out. Everybody can toast, even though he's only been here for a few weeks. Hasn't really done a whole super lot, You appreciated his leadership and his occasional wise words.
And his jokes.
No, you're legally obligated to enjoy his jokes, but one or two of them are going to give you.
Under penalty of death.
But as that's happening, Hawk is about to say, give his little speech that will be a toast when a car pulls up.
An official looking car?
It's a van, basically, a Jeep. And a strange cowboy gets up. Cowboy is the only word you could use to describe this person. Flashes a badge at the gate. The gate opens for him, so he has at least top secret clearance. And he notices everyone kind of in the back behind the main building and the smoke from the barbecue, and he starts walking up that way. Charles wants to take over.
So after looking at him for a little while, you may not even care. It just didn't look, it looked fairly silly, but do the hidden in plain sight hang up, it's very easy to just lose track of him. He walks up and says, "Well, hello. Where am I going to find Hawk around here?"
He's the one with the tongs.
"Ah, thank you very much."
No problem, hombre.
Tips the hat and goes, and just walks over to Hawk and starts talking. Didn't seem to be terribly interested in chatting with anyone. Does anyone want to try and look at him closely?
Yeah, sure. I'll size you up.
So you see...
wait, I'm going to roll my bullets.
Okay, roll your bullets. Roll the bullets. Bullet time.
Yeah, I'm rolling bullets too. Hold on.
15 and a 2, so 17 alertness.
That's an 18 and a 1, so a 19.
All right. Both very alert. So you notice that he's wearing the biggest, fakest mustache that you have ever seen a human being wear on a date other than Halloween.
Noted.
Not anything really other than that. I mean, the cowboy hat seems to be fairly stock standard. Trench coat looks like pretty much anything you've ever seen in that kind of movie. You notice that he is wearing body armor underneath it because, well, that does seem to be the thing that's in fashion around here. And you do notice two very large revolvers on either side. And with the 19, they're very, very... you can see from the holsters that the leather is very worn. These things have been pulled and put away a very, very large number of times.
Peek into the car and see if it's got a flux capacitor.
Car doesn't last that long. Had a driver.
What?
As soon as the gate opens, he runs away.
Okay, so it doesn't explode.
It just disintegrates in front of us.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it vanished in thin air. What
He's
the
got
hell?
one of those disposable cars.
But other than the giant fake mustache, really tough to see anything notable about him. I mean, obviously the cowboy hat is a little strange. And the jacket is big. The revolvers are something that you don't normally see in a combat unit. But other than that, nothing really to see there.
Other than everything about you. Nothing weird.
Yeah, nothing weird except for everything.
What is Hawk's reaction to him walking up to him?
So he walks up to Hawk, and Hawk puts an arm around him. And apparently just goes, cracks a beer with his, one-handed, grabs in a single motion, cracks a beer, hands it to him, and never stops flipping the burgers with the other hand. It's one of those practice motions that you only can manage if you're one of those rich frat boys from a prep school kind of thing. And apparently they know each other fairly well. And Ghost Town kind of sits down and starts taking a look at everybody, just quietly into the background and chatting with Hawk every once in a while. Oh, sorry. And I'm Charles. I am going to be playing Ghost Town. Classified is currently unavailable due to banishment to Antarctica. So at the moment, Ghost Town has entered the building.
Have you tried the haggis?
Is that some kind of fancy French food?
Who told him it was fancy?
Oh.
Just from the way Brick was describing it. Obviously, anything with that many layers has got to be fancy. Legendary turducken.
Did he tell you what they cook it in?
More layers of meat.
Yeah, we'll go with more layers of meat.
I gotta ask you, and I apologize if this is rude, but are you an owl?
No, this is me, a magical mask that I have forged in the visage of Stolas, the owl-faced demon prince of hell.
Owl-faced demon prince of hell. Got it.
I look through his eyes, and he looks after me.
You mean you guys don't have one of those in your unit where you came from?
I'm not in a unit. I'm just around. Sometimes
Freelance
I'm
man.
needed. Every once in a while. Apparently, Hawk says that I'm going to be watching your backs for a while.
Well, then, if you're going to be watching our backs, then you have one of these guys in your unit.
Well, I guess I do now, don't I?
Are you
I
looking
would say
after
so.
us or looking out for us?
I would assume at least one of those. I haven't talked about this to Hawk extensively, but I'm sure y'all look like good boys, so I wouldn't expect that you'd be up to anything terribly troublesome.
And then the robot walks by.
As Reaper looks down at the t-shirts everybody is wearing.
X-Blade poofs into the middle of the picnic area, coming out of a pillar of brimstone-flavored smoke, which might actually add to the flavor of the burgers because Hawk is not the best grill master. And he waves to everybody, grabs a beer out of the cooler as he goes up to Hawk, and they kind of put their heads together. Ambulon, who has 3, call them robot toddlers hanging from him, comes up and introduces himself. Ghost Town proclaims himself a citizen of Cybertron, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
So here's the thing. You're a big one, aren't you?
I'm considered average for people of my race.
That must make it hard to find a place to stay at night. So I heard there's a big kerfuffle out on the water somewhere with a good chunk of your planet falling into the water. Is that how you got here?
In a roundabout way.
Oh, well, I'm going to assume you're on our side. Do you eat burgers?
Alas, I do not. I do have olfactory sensors, though, and they smell wonderful.
I'll let you recalibrate those because they actually smell pretty terrible. He's not a very good barbecuer.
I was trying to be polite.
I appreciate that. Politeness is one of the finer aspects of human beings, and I'm glad to see that it is true in your race as well.
Indeed. X-Blade and Brick take over at the barbecue. Hawk comes off, takes his world's best chef apron off, tosses it to the side, gets on his top secret cell phone and fiddles with it for a minute. And then he points at Ghost Town, he points at Mongoose, he points at Stealth Boy, Aaron's other guy whose name I forget.
Stealth mode.
Stealth mode, I was close. And Shoehorn. And says, you guys haven't seen any direct action in a little while. We have an issue. And he turns the phone up so the screen kind of faces up and it actually projects up 6 or 7 inches off of the phone and forms a 3D topographical display of the area. The display is a circle. So at the bottom of the circle is the base. And it's just big enough, maybe 2 inches, that you can identify the individual buildings, and the setup is such that you recognize it as your base. And then way at the top, so according to the scale on the map, maybe 5 or 6 miles away, is a red X that's blinking. He says, well, apparently you've got one of those Burning Man festivals going, and they're getting a little too close to the base. So no requisitions, no grenades, pistols only. I need the 4 of you to basically go tear them off. Don't reveal yourself. We're a top secret base. No one's supposed to know that we're out here. So any personnel in the area that are identifiable as Army or any armed forces is bad and is going to bring us more attention than we want. So for stealth, pistols only, no long arms, pistols and knives, and go do your thing and drive those people away.
What about magic?
As long as it's not big or splashy, I don't care.
Well, stealth is my first name, so let's do us.
Shoehorn, can you just wrangle up a big massive thunderstorm?
What do I look like, a comic book character?
Well,
You just asked about magic.
Bird Boy has a point. I mean, why would you have a comic with a guy dressed like a bird?
No one would have believed that ever.
All right, let me look over my spells. No.
Oh,
My
then.
magic is the subtle arts. I can create smoke.
I have an idea, guys.
and what is it?
How far is the nearest town where we can get our hands on some motorcycles, make ourselves look like a biker gang, and let's go create some mischief?
Well, that sounds like a terrible idea. Are we going to go do it?
This sounds great to me.
The nearest place that would have a motorcycle dealership, let alone maybe someplace where you could rent motorcycles, is probably about 20 miles away.
How close is the nearest biker bar where we can go steal some?
This gets worse and worse with every single line.
Welcome to the team.
Any bars around close we can go steal some?
No, there's, I mean, it's a top secret restricted area. There's no authorized structures of any sort within 20 miles. You're kind of in the low part of the high desert.
Well, you guys seem all charismatic like. Why don't you just go out and have a talk with them? I'm sure that you can reason with them.
At that, Mongoose reaches down and pulls out a silenced 1911. Says, "This is what I reason with. They won't let me take the other one.
Well, that's a shame. It's a little one, but it'd probably do just fine.
Not the size of your gun. It's all."
Did you say we have pictures of them, Eric? Sorry, yeah, pictures. Do we know what they look like?
No, it's only been described as a party, some sort of quasi Burning Man thing.
I have extra sensory projection, but I need to be familiar with the person, creature, place, or thing that I am projecting.
Is familiar required? I don't know. That cell phone thing with the hologram on it. That might be familiar enough if it is.
Hawk looks back as he's taking yet another charred briquette off of the grill and he says, "Daylight's wasting, gentlemen."
Mongoose looks at that and says, "You know what, guys? Anything not to have to eat Hawk's cooking. It's worse than when we was in basic. Let's go." Mongoose quickly just scoots right out of the area to go start prepping.
So Ghost Town starts heading towards where you'd have to exit the gate. And the thing you notice is that as soon as you notice he's moving, he's already there.
All right. Well, once I'm in a large enough clearing for a vehicle that can accommodate 10 common-sized creatures, I will cast Hitch a Ride and summon such a vehicle.
Okay. What, pray tell, does it look like?
Cross between the APC and something the monsters would drive.
Okay, I need one survival check. Make sure you don't go horribly awry and you get lost.
Who be rolling that?
So the vehicle drives itself, but I don't know about navigating.
Well, then it kind of seems like Shoehorn would be
Okay.
the navigator guy, because I can't really see anyone jumping straight into the driver's seat and grabbing the wheel of the
Saying
monster mobile.
Survival? Closest I got is alertness.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do alertness, or okay, I've failed. Okay.
Alertness is fine.
23 alertness.
Okay, so you get out into kind of the middle of nowhere. You do notice that this place appears to be more or less in the middle between your base and the Star Brigade base, which you know is near-ish by. And you're entering an area of like dune, maybe 3/4 of a mile away. You can see a depression, like there's a bowl or something, kind of in the middle of everything. There's actually a couple of trees at the edge of this bowl, and kind of parked all around the trees are half a dozen vehicles. Dune buggies, kind of off-road SUVs, a couple of pickup trucks with big knobby tires.
Looks like somebody's trying to be sociable.
I'm going to cast Fluttery Wings. Give me a aerial move for the rest of the. Make sure I don't botch the casting.
Do you actually grow wings, or are you just able to fly?
First of all, I rolled a 28. Second of all, you grow. You gift grounded creatures with beautiful wings. Describes them as like a butterfly, but I'm gonna say they look.
So, Reaper Man, I got an idea, and it's a stupid idea, so I'm going to take it to you first.
You mean Mongoose?
Oh, Mongoose, my apologies, sir. Mongoose, are you up for a stupid idea?
I'm always up for a stupid. That's how I get.
I see that truck right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm very good at obtaining those such vehicles. Let's say if we want to get these folks out of here, maybe we just take one of their trucks and have them follow us to wherever we're going.
Oh, that sounds like a lot. I say we do that, and at the same time, we have our giant eagle here fly over and start making a bunch of noise and scare the holy living hell out of everyone.
Eagle, you're talking.
Or giant owl, sorry. Giant owl. Fly over and scare the holy living hell out of everyone.
So there's only one hitch to my plan.
What's that?
Well, I can definitely steal that truck. I have no question in my mind that I can do that. But I do not know how to drive.
Oh, well, see, driving's probably not my strongest suit either, but I can make an attempt at it. Doesn't mean I'm going to be great at it. My whole thing's about shooting people and being
That's
sneaky.
my whole thing, too.
Yeah, hey, see, look, we're good. I'm
That's
all
also
about
my
being.
whole thing, too. We're going to get along just well.
Oh, so yes, we will. Stealth mode.
I'm not the best driver. I can drive.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, you are nominated to be driver.
How about he be the driver, you be the one that hotwires it and steals it, and I'll sit in back and shoot at anyone that gets too close.
Oh, yeah, okay. But ties only, okay. I think these are
Oh,
civilians.
that's it. We want to get them out of here first. Then we'll disable all their vehicles.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan. Mr. Owl, sir. Mr. Demon Prince of the Dark or whatever. You're with us. All right, then. Ghost Town is going to attempt to sneak up to one of the trucks, just kind of keeping everybody on the other side of him, and then we'll attempt to burglar it.
Give me an infiltration check. You are at a downshift. There's still some ambient light. It's not full dark. It's going to dusk, and you're still a half mile away, and you can feel the bass. So whatever they've got going on, it's loud, and I guess actually that wouldn't be a downshift. It would probably be an upshift.
Okay, well, I've already got 2 upshifts. So if I take that third upshift, I believe that makes that an auto success, or am I?
Okay.
So 3 upshifts from a D10 is what?
3d6.
3d6. I only got 1 bullet left. All right, well, let's roll this D6 here and this D20. These brand new dice. There we go. Okay, that's a 17 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 is a crit. So 17, 1, 5. It's
Okay.
6, 6, and 17.
You make it up.
All right, and I am going to attempt to use burglary to break in and start it up.
Okay. I'm not worried about that. You're pretty good at breaking into stuff. I've seen your character sheet, so you can do that. I want to give you basically, you are close enough to the edge that you can see down into the bowl. The bowl is quite large. Its circumference is maybe 1/4 of a mile. The bottom, the ground is probably 70 or 80 yard radius. So it's a decent size. There's probably 35 or 40 people down there. They've got like a DJ stage set up on one side. You've gone north from your base, so it's basically on the east side. There's like 2 vendor tents on the west side, along with like not a tent, but like a little kiosk that is clearly marked first aid. And the middle, the whole middle is like a dance floor, and there are probably closer to 40 people.
Well, tell me when your folks are ready to go, because I feel like it's time to make a little bit of a statement here.
What are the rest of you doing?
Getting in the car and getting ready to start driving.
Getting ready to start driving what?
He was out wiring the vehicle.
Ghost Town is hot wiring his truck, the truck he's going to steal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there, so I can just jump in and start driving when need be.
Yeah, Ghost Town doesn't know how to drive.
Okay. Then I'll need infiltration check out of you as well. Stealth mode.
Okay. That is kind of my thing. Let me see. 20. And is that an upshift also?
Yes.
21.
Good enough. No one's really paying attention. Shoehorn, what
Is
are you doing?
anybody on like the outskirts? Like, I'm looking for one individual that is away from the pack that I could get to quickly.
At the story point, there will be somebody coming back from the back.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll spend the story point. Then I'll also spend a mysticism point, which is one of my roll perks. And I've got a pool of mysticism points, so I'll spend it to double one of my movements. In this case, I'll double my flying, my aerial movement. So I've got a 30-foot move. I will fly to within 60 feet of him, and I will blast him with a smoke beam, which blacks out his eyes. If I succeed at this, then he is blinded for 3 rounds.
Okay.
It's not a utility spell, so I'm not rolling it specialized. The general perk that I took the last time, so level 8, is Power Conservationist, which is from Canterlot, and it means that I only get my downshifts after I cast my spell. So I'm doing this with full D12. Oh no, it's only a 9 to hit him with a beam. And you basically have your pick of whichever defense you want, because it's both physical and kind of...
Right. So, yeah, pretty much all of them are going to be at least a 12.
Yeah.
So,
oh no, this was step 1 of like a 4-step plan. And all right, so what happens? Like I am 60 feet away, which is the full range of the beam, so I don't know if he would necessarily connect me with the weird block of smoke that's coming out. But that's the situation. I got to figure out what he's going to do before I know what to do.
okay. Well, he's stumbling down the hill going back to the
Okay.
party. Basically, what happens is he notices the smoke kind of off to his left, and he turns. And when he turns, it's clear that he's been drinking. He's holding a beer in his hand, but he turns just ever so slightly off balance. And he kind of cocks his head for a quick second, and then he kicks some dirt on the spot where the smoke should be coming from, and then turns around and walks
All
away
right.
from him.
So part 2 of my plan was to use polymorph, to double as him, to fully take on his look. And that is a range of 20 feet. With my doubled speed, I can get within 20 feet of him. But by then, he might spot me. So can I make an infiltration skill test? Okay,
Absolutely.
good. I'm very good at it. I'm going to spend another story point this time to get an edge on infiltration.
Okay. And give yourself an upshift too, because it's getting dark and everyone's inebriated.
Well, that is the worst edge I've ever rolled. I rolled a 1 and a 3. The 5 on a D10 giving me a total of 8. So yeah, I go to sneak up on him. The thing that I am good at, I am insertion expert. But no, I don't know. I'm hooting like an owl because I'm so excited about all the steps of my plan that I continue to fail at them. And yeah, I fly through the smoke, start coughing, and it's like just a weird flapping giant bird man coming right at this guy.
Yeah, and he shouts, "Ah, owl!" and throws his beer at you.
I'd like to see him hit me with that beer. Or was that just a story beer?
Only rolled a 10.
Well, then I dodge. I'm finally good at something. All right. I'm not going to spend any more story points because they're not helping, and I'm going through the pool pretty quickly.
Yeah, and he scampers down, kind of half not balanced, back to the bottom of the bowl, and he tries to tell a couple people, but he's already being drowned out by the
All right.
music.
Am
and
I
no
within
thing
20 feet of him?
Not anymore.
All right. Double check how long the thing lasts when I double them at the end of my turn. So that's done. Oh, this is all going terribly.
Mongoose, what are you doing?
I'm going to stealth down to get with the other guys. I got a 21 on my stealth check.
Okay, you're good.
And once I get down there, just to kind of kick up the ruckus, because I've kind of been paying attention to what Shoehorn's been doing a little bit and trying to see what he was doing. Noticing some things aren't going down the way we want it. So I'm going to pull out my 1911 that's silence, and where's the closest set of speakers that's playing music?
Down in the bowl.
I'm shutting this party down mongoose style.
Okay. Somebody, actually everybody, give me an alertness check real quick. It will cost a free action.
Ooh.
8. Oh, I can't roll anything today.
That is a 17.
Got a D6 in that. Just getting used to the new dice. Oh, wow. No, I'm very focused on what I was doing and rolled a 3. Oh, nope. That is not sorry. No, a 20 on the D20 and a 1 on the D6. So, yeah, 21. I don't know if the 20 counts as a crit or not.
Does.
Yeah, we house ruled it that 20s do count.
Oh, okay.
It's a little more satisfying, I think. But yes, nat 20 and 1.
I got a 17.
What did Hard Man get? He's the one forgetting.
15. Well, it's stealth mode. He got a 15.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay. So, gentlemen, name of the game is to not reveal your presence. This is a top secret base. No one's supposed to know you're here. If somebody starts shooting people or shooting out tires or shooting, anything, that lessens the chance that you will be able to get away anonymously.
Oh, I was just going to act like I was a drunk party goer that decided to start shooting shit up.
All of my blasts and stuff was all in the name of not being noticed so that I could take the guy's shape and substitute for him in the party.
Well, I guess the no shooting's out, so let's just jump in the truck and steal the truck and take off party style.
Thought the plan was to get some attention, but drag them all away. I don't think I look particularly military, and certainly if somebody started stealing my truck, not that I have one because I cannot drive, I would want to follow them. So my hope is that we can create an all-out ruckus and get everybody leaving. But that involves maybe blowing out a few speakers. I like that idea, and I'm willing to join in.
What if I drop into the middle of the party, do a few donuts in the middle of everybody, and then take off? Kind of rile them up that way also.
There is not enough room in the bottom of the bowl for you to drive a truck down there and not hit any.
Okay. Never mind then.
All right. So back to the drawing board, guys.
In addition to kind of a reassessment of the situation, how important it is that you not be seen, there's also on the opposite side of the bowl of the top part of that picture is like a top-down view. The X is kind of where you guys came up from. To the left are all the cars and the 2 trees that I mentioned. To the right, the one lone square there, or rectangle, is chrome-shaped obelisk.
What did you say? A
And I didn't mention that before.
chrome-shaped obelisk?
I retroactively made you. Yes, it's 9, maybe 10 feet tall, probably 4 feet wide, and maybe 18 inches thick. And it appears to be made out of shiny chrome. So it couldn't have been up for longer than, say, a week or two, because the wind and the sand from the desert has not scratched away the chrome finish.
So you figure this is a friend of that Ambulon guy?
Nobody's got culture, so I won't make you roll. But there are several of these, like 9 or 10, scattered all throughout the Rockies on the desert side of the mountain range. And it's some sort of artistic expression. No one knows who the artist is or exactly why he picks the spots that he does. But,
All right. So they're obviously out here partying for a reason. Maybe it's this shiny obelisk over here. As long as that's not any of our stuff, that you guys don't know if that being any of our defensive equipment or anything,
No.
do you? Okay. How about we go steal the fucking shiny obelisk, jump in the fucking truck, and take off?
I don't know if that obelisk is going to fit in this truck.
How tall was it again?
9, 10 feet tall.
Is there rope in the truck? Chains?
Story point there is.
We got to cost some.
I've used 2.
How many story points do we have left in the pool? Okay. You guys want me to story point it?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'll story point it.
Okay. Chains, hoists, pulleys, and a dolly.
Okay, come along, Dolly. Nice, everything we need, guys. Let's go steal this thing, and let's make a big scene about stealing it and get these guys to all come following us.
I might jump in the truck.
I jump in the back and start grabbing the ropes and stuff that I think we're going to need.
Is anyone else jumping in?
I'm already there.
We're going to take off.
Yeah, and I'm nowhere nearby, right? You're not
Nope.
waiting for me?
I'm driving off towards the obelisk.
Give me an infiltration check with just straight up even.
Okay.
All of us are just,
Just the driver.
got it.
24, and that was a crit on my 10.
Okay. So the bowl tapers up just a little bit. So when you pull backwards to kind of get out of the parking area, you're almost completely invisible to anyone inside the bowl. So you leave your lights off, do a little maneuvering, and the base is covering the noise from the engine. You can drive around to the obelisk, no problem.
I'm going to get over there and back it up so the back of the truck's right next to it.
And Mongoose is going to jump out and start hooking up chains and ropes and anything that I can so we can yank this thing out of the ground and drag it away. I don't care if we get it in the back of the truck. We can drag it behind us.
All right. Mongoose, I'm going to need some sort of engineering check from you. I'm willing to entertain whatever you think.
Probably the best I can give you on engineering would be a technology, unless you want to go with Streetwise for boosting stuff. Because that was one of the things in his background was he liked to break into places. That's why he's so good at infiltration.
Yeah. 9-foot chrome obelisk is outside your usual repertoire. You got science?
I got technology. No science. I got survival.
Technology to downshift, please.
Oh, well, then that's just a straight 20. That's a 13.
Okay. Good enough. It's going to take you a minute. So, Horn, you have any detect
I can make a
magic
spellcasting
thingies?
skill test.
Please do.
Go down to 8 because it's only been like 1 round since I cast my last out, right? Okay, 16, and that is 8 on the D8.
Okay, excellent. So, great. So, you are flying around, keeping an eye on things, making sure nothing goes horribly awry like every other thing you've tried today. And when the obelisk comes out of the ground fully, so he's, 5 or 6 cranks of whatever pulley system he's got going to kind of winching it into the back of the truck. But the second the obelisk leaves the ground, you get a danger sense buzz. Something
Is
bad
happening or is about
magically
to happen? All right, what are the
is
tells?
happening. With your magical senses, a portal that no one else can see, only magicians, is opening up in the bottom of the bowl.
All right. We have some kind of radio communication, right?
HTV.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, I let them know. You've opened a portal.
Sure.
We did what?
A portal. You've opened a magical portal.
Where?
Is that some sort of euphemism?
I don't know to where or from where or which direction it goes. I just know that it's open now.
Where is it opening at?
Right where the obelisk was, right, Eric?
No, obelisk is at the top of the bowl. The portal is opening in the bottom of the bowl, right in the middle.
In the bowl! It's a portal bowl! I'm sorry, what?
Portable what?
Problem solved!
Healing and magics you don't understand. You may be making things worse.
I was going to say, well, it gets rid of the people.
That's typically what happens whenever we're sent on a mission.
Kind of our thing.
Why do I hang out with you people?
So, should we put this back?
That's what I'm wondering. How far have we pulled the obelisk?
Until we understand the magic at play, yes, you should put it back and hope that undoes whatever spell you have cast. Well, whatever magical effect you've triggered.
I didn't cast any spell.
All right, Mr. Birdman, I got to ask you. No, I can't see anything that you're talking about.
No.
Are you having one of those moments? Because you seem to be crawling around everywhere and making weird motions with your hands, and not really much is happening. Have you had too much to drink, sir?
I will admit that normally I am a little better at my job. And now you're making me question whether I have, in fact, interpreted this magical scenario accurately, or if I have jumped to some kind of conclusion. I don't know what to do now that you've made me doubt myself.
I know the name of a good therapist back in D.C. that maybe I could slip you his card.
Thank you. I was seeing this witch, and I don't think it's going well. I really could use someone to talk about it with. Yes.
Okay, let's see personal drama for another time. Should we pet this stupid obelisk back or get it out of here? Give me some direction.
I believe the best thing we can do is to undo everything you have done in precisely the same order you did it, but reversed.
I do not feel like that is going to be an option, because I don't think we can back the truck up and somehow the obelisk will go back up. I do not think that works that way.
Then prepare yourself for the end times. Or something less. Alertness, all right?
Well, I've been prepared for that for a long time.
Ooh, all right. 24 with a crit on the D6. I'm back.
Okay. So you look away for a moment to spend time arguing with everyone about exactly what they're supposed to
Now
do.
you say person.
And then when
How
you look back over,
human does this person
there's an
look?
extra person in the bowl.
Oh, very good. Like more than most?
In your experience, very.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to tell. There's some stylized dress going on, and all that always throws you off a little bit because you don't know if it's on purpose. Because teenagers these days dress in all kinds of crazy outfits. But
Mongoose is just in the back of the truck right now, trying to undo things and get the obelisk out of there. Like, what in the hell?
I'm jumping out of the truck and helping him try to pit it back once it came.
okay, so amongst the 40 or so people and Shoehorn, once I push return and show you the picture, you are going to be the only one who gets to act this round. No one else is aware. Everyone else is frozen, trying to figure out what steps they took to take the obelisk out of the ground. So this is the surprise round, and you are alert enough. Okay. So in the middle of 40 people is this guy.
Wonderful. All right. There's some kind of large man, debatably a zombie, depending on what part of the series you're watching, who has been conjured with a glacial posture and death in his dark, dark eye.
Am I seeing any of this?
No one has seen this yet. You guys are surprised. You're kind of focused in on what to do with the obelisk. The fact that there's now an extra person that you need to be concerned about, you're going to need a second.
All right. Oh, so I can act, right?
Yes,
we
sir.
still
Yes, sir.
have our orders not to use anything too explosive?
You don't have anything too explosive.
I have explosive beam, which I will not be using.
Yeah, okay.
Wait a second. I've got take record. Important. Record whatever's going on. Double check out take record. You create an account of your experience that can be preserved and shared. This could take the form of an illusion, recreating this record. Okay, no. So this is something that after the fact I can tell this story through magic. So I'll keep that in. For now, I think I'll go for the smoke beam again and try and blind him before he can do anything. Because even though Shoehorn has never seen a Friday the 13th, I'm sure he gets the vibe that this is a guy that needs to slow down immediately.
Yes. Yeah, everything about this whole thing has been...
So assuming another round has
bad
gone
mojo
off,
vibe.
since I cast my last spell, I'm back up to a D10. And I got an 18. And once again, this is smoke beam, so you can really take that as a physical or a mental attack and decide any defense you think is appropriate.
Okay.
Ooh.
It misses.
Just an update to the situation. He has impenetrable eyes, immune entirely to my blinding magic.
And then he takes his machete and cuts down a teenager, because that's what he does.
Wait, so the
39
teenagers on
left.
site is our countdown? All right.
Well, you think of anything more appropriate?
T minus 39 and counting.
I don't know. This looks like a problem that seems to be solving itself.
You can have that debate after you roll for initiative.
Removing this obelisk might not have been such a bad idea. I've got a 14.
Thanks to my influence, I can roll an alertness whenever I roll initiative, so it also helps me, take in the scene and avoid being surprised. So I'll roll my initiative, and then I'll let you know my... Oh, right, I have no initiative, so I'm rolling with a snag. All right, so 5 initiative, and alertness, 10. So if that helps me in any way.
Okay, goes down.
I have 2 upshifts on initiative. We're giving me a d6. And that is a mighty 12. No crits.
Health mode.
26.
Nice. Okay. So, health mode. You lean over kind of the rear end of the truck so you can see down into the bowl. And you see the guy. And it's clear who the guy is because he's not dressed like anyone else. And he's got the whole wonky vibe that you can detect from, 70 yards away or whatever. And the fact that he's the only one on the bottom of the bowl armed with a giant bloody machete. So, yeah, go.
I am going to pull my pistol out, Glock 19, and I am going to take aim. And since he hasn't gone this round yet, is that correct?
That's correct.
I get an edge on my attack, and I said I'm taking aim.
Canceling out the aim with the range. He's kind of at the extreme range for a pistol.
Okay. So that cancels it out. And I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. He's going to use his toughness defense.
14.
14? Okay. No. You're too far away. You don't know if you hit him or not. But since he doesn't move or fall to the ground, you assume not.
Okay.
That's
me.
Mongoose.
I'm going to pop up over that ridge and take a look at the situation as well, considering that's where all the chaos is coming from. And,
He doesn't appear to have noticed you or the fact that stealth mode just shot at him. He's very much busy looking at the variety of teenagers, most of whom still haven't noticed that he's there, and picking his next target.
Okay. I have 3 upshifts, and I take it I'm going to get 1 downshift because of range.
Correct.
All right. Let me roll this massive wad of dice. All right. I got a 25 with a crit.
Nice. So, very much see the little puff of dust as the bullet kind of impacts his jacket or flannel thing that he's got on, but he also does not appear to have noticed it.
Okay, because that's 2 sharp damage, and he just doesn't do nothing.
Does nothing.
Alrighty.
His turn. Kills another teenager. 38. More people are starting to notice him. Panic will set in next round. We're going to say teenagers go on a go. Ghost town.
Okay. How far away from me is he?
It's probably about 90 feet.
That's an excellent number. Okay. So I am going to pull out my 2 pistols really damn fast. And I am going to shoot with both of them. And due to the fact that they are that far away, and with my other upshifts, I auto hit with both of them. So that would be 2 sharp for each of them. And then the guns go right back into the holsters as soon as the shot's been gone.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
Yeah. And about the same time your pistols slap home into your holster, he falls over. Drops on his back, drops the machete. He's kind of laying in between the 2 pools of blood from the 2 people he's murdered already. People around him have, 5 or 6 people around him have noticed the brutal murders and are starting to panic, but you still can't hear anything. And most of the people have not noticed. And the DJ has not noticed and is not paying any attention to anything going on the dance floor. And the bass is still thumping. So it would normally be bad guys' time to act. We move past that, drop down to shoehorn.
Am I the bottom of the initiative?
Not quite.
I got that thing that gives me a bonus if I'm the last one. The time to think is what it's called.
I did not know that. I gave the teenagers an arbitrary ranking of 3.
Well, that makes sense. All right. So, just knowing that there's teenagers' lives at risk, I am going to start actually attacking this guy. So, Lancing Beam is not Explosive Beam. It's like a direct blast of magic, so hopefully that doesn't violate our orders. And I make a spell-casting attack against a target within range. On a success, I deal 1 damage. Oh, yep.
Okay. Before you shoot, Ghost Town took him down. He's on his back. Not moving. You're too far away to tell if he's breathing, but...
all right, then. I will make my way over to where the obelisk was to investigate it to see if there's anything I can do. Spellcasting?
Okay.
All right. Down to a d6 because of my
you
last
want to
spell.
make that investigative roll.
Ooh, well, that's pretty good. So 20 with a crit on the 6.
Okay. Whatever magic is happening is still going on. Can't get past the wave of bad mojo to kind of get into the nitty-gritty of how the spell was formed, whatever it is.
Like returning the obelisk.
Whatever it is,
stop it.
Still active.
Any insight in what to do next to deal with this portal? All right, how about this? Are things still coming through, or is it? Can things potentially still come through? Okay, we've just got to deal with this guy.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
my turn.
It centers on this one guy.
I moved. I investigated. Because if not, I can try and talk the teenagers to get out of here.
Oh, no one's doing anything with the thumping bass. You can't hear each other, let alone teenagers. So, 12 teenagers panic. I got a 7, so all the people who kind of are in the immediate vicinity of the brutal murders, they start running away, and they will take 5 other people with them. So 5 other people see the panicked people and just reflexively panic, and everyone's trying to get away from the middle. A couple of people have been knocked over. No, there's not enough of a crowd to like stomp anyone to death, but it's probably going to be an injury or 2. But also hasn't blown up yet. Like the DJ still hasn't seen anything. If there's any security floating around, they haven't seen or tried to do anything yet. It's only been like 6 seconds, but so the panic is starting. It'll be full blown in a round, maybe 2. Back to the top of the round with stealth mode.
Well, I don't know what's going on with this guy, so I'm going to move 30 feet in that direction towards the guy that just got knocked down.
Okay.
Keeping my gun.
Yeah, you picked the kind of the arbitrary number of 90 feet, so he's 3 movements away. He still hasn't moved, and no one is near you yet. You're halfway down this side of the bowl, and there are 2 or 3 people coming your way.
Okay.
Okay, so you are 30 feet closer. What do you want to do? Anything else? Reactions?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Congress.
Yeah, push yourself.
I'm looking at my free actions. You can spend free actions to increase movement speed, right?
Up to double your movement minus 5.
Okay, how many of those can I use? Because I got a lot of free movements. So that would allow me to, because my movement is 45, so double it would put me at 90, which is how far you said he was away, correct?
Yeah.
So minus 5, and I have 8. That's exactly how many I have. Past 2, I've got 10. So yeah, I want to make my movement to get right up to him, but before I do that, I'm going to put my gun away and pull my shirt down over it. And I'm not wearing military clothing because we was told not to look military. I'm probably in jeans and a t-shirt.
A war crimes t-shirt, yes.
Yeah, it's not a war crime. It's the first time. And I'm just going to try to get down there and start marshaling people out of the way in an organized manner. I'm going to kind of act like I'm security, almost act like I'm a cop.
You can make some sort of...
Can I use Streetwise?
Yeah, actually, you can use Streetwise, but you're at 3 downshift because of the music.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 3. That's not going to work.
So you're screaming right as the breakdown hits, and other than general panicking that's already happening, no one is taking any of your direction.
All right. I know what my next move is.
Okay. So after Mongoose is Ghost Town.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to not be noticed while I toss a smoke grenade where the bodies are.
Okay. I guess targeting a downshift?
I can take that. So it's throwing, though, right? Actually, what I'd like to do is just get close. So I want to infiltrate in closer to the thing, so it's a little bit closer. I'm not trying to throw this thing 90 feet. And then kind of just drop it where, in the general area where the bodies are, so that they're obscured. People can't see them as well.
Okay.
In fact, if there's a chance of me totally messing that up, maybe I'll just spend this turn moving and then get to the point where I can drop it.
Okay. So if you're not throwing the grenade, you can make 2 movements and get 60 feet.
All right, so I'll be there and I can drop the grenade next round?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I will do.
Okay. Reefer, toughness or evasion?
Evasion.
Okay. What is it?
20.
Nice.
Yeah.
The guy grabs your ankle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then he sits up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have I noticed the guy?
You want her up.
Okay. I've noticed. All right. Then I will blast with. He's got boost by the end.
Yes.
Concentration. All right, I'm just gonna have to try lancing beam again. Am I suffering a downshift because I'm targeting somebody? Like I'm shooting into melee basically. D4, not good. I need to stop casting so many spells. Oh, hey, but I got a 19.
Yes. Nice.
Guess I forgot the D20 goes up that high. So that does, assuming that hits.
19
Yeah, it's a physical attack. So toughness or evasion.
does not.
19 does not hit. Oh, all right.
Oh, you can't win for losing, can you?
I've got something that lets me recharge my spellcasting. Let me double check. I believe it's free. Focus. It's a standard action toss 2 mystical. So I'll have to do that next.
Okay. Any move actions, free actions in the meantime?
Yeah, I'll start moving closer to the dude.
Okay. Teenagers. Okay. So 7 people are in the middle of a good old-fashioned panic, and they will take essentially everybody else. So the DJ sees what's going on. The music comes to a record-scratching halt, and once that happens, everyone hears the screaming that's going on from the people that have already panicked or the couple of people that have witnessed the murder. So, good news is absolutely 0 people are paying attention to the fact that there's 6 extra people here now. So, that's good. Mission's not in jeopardy for the moment, but full-blown panic. So, I'm going to take 1 free action from everyone, and you're going to have to make essentially some sort of dodging roll to keep from being bumped by panicked teenagers.
Athletics work for you?
Like that. You can dodge with whatever you'd like. Fail the dodge, you get hit by D4 teenagers. Every teenager you get hit by the downshift on your next roll.
So, sorry, can we use athletics to avoid them?
Yes. Stealth mode, you're first.
So I make that roll first. Can I use a streetwise to avoid it?
Yeah, okay. Call the target number 14.
You do a sick, like, moonwalk or something cool to avoid it.
I got a 26 with a crit on my 8.
You're fine.
And so I'm going to sprint. I can use sprint as a free action once per turn. So I'm going to sprint, which gives me a range of 60 feet.
Should put you basically right there.
I'm going to run up to him, and I am going to pull my knife and make stabby.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I do see him grab, who was it?
Mongoose.
Mongoose?
Yep.
I saw him grab him?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use my knife to stab at him.
Okay.
I have an edge on opponents who haven't gone yet in combat. What is the stab? Is that athletics?
Melee attacks are might.
Might or finesse.
Dirty 20 to stab at him.
Yeah. You want to go against his toughness or his evasion?
Toughness.
Okay. In that case, you miss. Or you may have actually hit him. You did no visible damage.
Right. Okay. That's it for me.
Mongoose.
All right. My evasion is a 17. I'm using acrobatics.
What else you got?
That's acrobatics and athletics.
Yeah, let's do athletics instead of acrobatics because he had you by the ankle.
It's the same, and I assumed a downshift of 1 because of him having me by the ankle. I don't have as much movement.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And so I got a 17 on that roll.
Okay. You're good.
They're both the same. I got a D2 in each one, so it doesn't matter. It's the same either way.
Gotcha.
I just rolled a straight 20 is what I rolled for the roll.
What do you got?
I'm going to go ahead and draw my kukri, which is basically a machete. And I am going to take a swipe at the hand that's holding me, trying to basically cut his hand off, because that's what these knives are designed for.
All right. So that's definitely toughness. It is high. If you haven't kind of picked that up yet, his toughness is his highest stat.
Yeah, well, nothing else I've got's going to really do much, so
Okay.
I rolled a 21. That's all I've got.
Okay. Respectable roll. Does nothing.
Unless I got a chance to try to pull away from him, that's it.
You can certainly try.
Okay. What do I need to do to try to get away from him?
probably opposed athletics check.
Okay. 21 again.
Okay. You managed to slip free.
Okay. And then I'm going to take a couple of steps back away from him if I can.
Yep. He grabs his machete and attempts to stand up. He goes down.
Okay, can I see him?
Yes.
How far away is he?
He's still about 30 feet away. He hasn't actually stood up yet. He's in the process of standing up.
Okay, can I hold my action until he's properly stood up?
Yeah, I see why not.
Okay, good. I don't think I can hit him from here. I will move so that I am clearly 30 feet away. Like, take a couple of steps back because the whole dropping a grenade thing is just not going to work out anymore. So I will prepare to, when I see him, and step a few feet back so I can use Sharpshooter's Grace.
Okay. Did you make your evasion check?
I did not make my evasion check yet. So my evasion is 23, but it is, you're talking about doing an athletics check to evade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, panicking teenagers, yeah.
Got it. Panicking teenagers it is. So let's see. I don't suppose I could use a deception check or a streetwise because that felt a little bit sideways for my particular thing of streetwise. So I'm just going to try and roll a athletics check.
Okay.
That is a 3. That didn't go well.
You get bumped by 2 teenagers, so your next action will be at a 2 downshift.
Okay.
That guy stands up. Mongoose and stealth mode are essentially in combat, close combat range. So Mongoose is odds, stealth mode is even. I rolled a 4. Stealth mode, what are you evading with? He's taking a swipe at you with the machete.
I am going to use my evasion, and he would have a snag.
Yeah, it's good. I rolled a 20 and a 4. So, yeah, he takes a swing, and you kind of juke left and kind of spin around right, and he goes right over you. For use a bad descriptor, I'd call it. Over you. So, yeah, you are in hand-to-hand with Jason, but you are holding your own because you're one of the few actually trained combatants to ever go up against him. Shoehorn, your turn. Yeah.
This time I've got 12.
And hit by 1 teenager, somehow. Maybe a flying beer bottle or something.
Okay. All right.
1 downshift on whatever you're about to try.
All right. Well, what I'm about to try doesn't have a skill test, so I don't know if this downshift is going to carry over, but I am going to spend 2 mystical points to refocus and regain all of my spellcasting. And then I'll take my move action to fly upwards and kind of just take in.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll penalize your movement, I guess. Just go up like 20 feet.
20. I've got a 15-foot move, so I'm only going up, I guess, 10 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Horn, panicky teenagers do their panicky teenager thing. The guy, appears a little bit distracted by the teenagers that occasionally ran right in front of him. He's definitely focused on stealth mode. He's aware of Mongoose and trying to step in such a way that neither one of you is behind him when he moves, but he's clearly kind of going for stealth mode. To the top of the round, stealth mode, you're up.
I'm going to acted combat, so I lose that. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take another swipe at him with my knife.
After your evasion roll.
Evasion roll. Forgot about that. So my evasion roll is 7.
7? Okay.
7. So what happens again?
2 teenagers slam into you while you're trying to maneuver and throw you off. So your next action, whatever you're about to do, is at 2 down.
1 second, may change things. I'm at 2, 1, 2. That's an auto fail. Attack with that. Okay, then I'll pull my gun I have. I'll pull that out and take a shot at him. I'll aim and take a shot at him. But that takes 2 down shifts, so that's 1, 2. Okay, 12.
12 misses.
Okay.
Penalizing enough with the panicked teenagers, miss will result in an automatic hitting of an innocent bystander, but a crit miss will. So, just so you're forewarned.
Okie dokie. Sounds fair.
Mongoose.
All right. My evasion from the teenager. Another 17 on that.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So I'm going to draw my 1911 again. And since me and stealth mode are basically in melee range with this guy, right?
Correct.
All right. I have, here, let me see, just to make sure. Yes, I've got that. I got close quarters battle training. So I do not take a penalty for using a firearm in close combat. I'm going to take my gun and I'm going to shove it right up underneath his chin and pull the trigger.
Okay.
That is what I'm attempting. So basically I'm trying to shoot in an upward motion, so I am not shooting potentially an innocent.
As long as you don't roll a crit fail, that's what will happen.
Well, if I crit fail, hopefully it just means it ricocheted off of his skull and he's dead too. Okay, let me see. Okay, that is a 20. No crits.
Okay. Toughness or evasion?
I'm gonna go with evasion.
Yeah. All right.
See if he can move his juke and jive his head.
He does not juke and jive very well. That hits him.
Good. It's 2 points of sharp damage.
Yeah, goes right up into his jaw, through the soft part of his jaw, and you presume through the palate. He should be dead, but he just looks really, really mad at you.
I look at stealth mode and go, well, apparently shooting him in the head doesn't work.
Goes down.
So I haven't had my action or my movement from last turn because I was waiting for him to get up.
Oh, I apologize. So, yeah, go ahead.
So do I have 2 actions now, or like is he up? Or because if I was waiting for him to get up and he never got up, then I get why I didn't move.
Yeah, he got up. Yeah, take 2 turns. That's fine.
Okay, I'm outside of 30. I've got to do dice math here. So how many downshifts I'm down? I'm down 2 downshifts, and I'm down 2 downshifts for both of my turns. Or I do start I roll another evasion at the beginning.
Roll another evasion.
Got it. Okay. So that puts me down to, from auto success to 2d8. All right. Well, let's see how this works out. Okay. All right. So pull guns, and I go, hell no. People I shoot stay dead. Why are you getting up again? You're throwing off all of my statistics. I roll a 24 with a crit on the one. Oh, wait, no. A 26 with a crit on the 20. And I'll roll the second shot. And that is a 12 and 5 is 17 plus 6 with a crit on. No, that's a D8, so that's not crit. So, sorry. 12 plus 5 is 17, plus 6 is 23.
Yeah. Ryan, monsters. I know you guys as player characters get to choose what you defend with. Do monsters also get that option?
Yep.
Yeah. So, 1 bullet hits, 1 bullet does not.
Well, frankly, I am about to get indignant. So, frankly, that is just straight up insulting for him to not be shot. I'm going to shoot you again. So he first has to roll for his an athletics, which is an 18. So 2 on the D2
no
and 16.
You're fine. No downshifts.
Okay, cool. So I auto hit him twice.
Okay.
For 4 points of sharp damage.
Sure. This is a different round, the same one in which Mongoose got the headshot. So you put 1 in his temple and 1 through his neck, and he falls down.
Now I politely ask you to stay down. When I shoot somebody, they are supposed to stay down. It says that right on the box I bought the gun out of.
Goes down. Normally bad guy goes. No bad guy this round. Shoehorn. I will lower the difficulty to a 10.
So do I have to evade? Because I am 10 feet in the air.
Yeah, you're good. And if you rise in the air at all, you won't have to worry about evading anymore.
And that is a 21.
Yeah.
All right. I plan on creating a transport, so casting Hitch a Ride again. So I basically want to make a school bus somewhere within 20 feet where there's room for a school bus so that the panicking teenagers can all climb on board.
Okay.
Or at least 10 of them can. Okay. I'm going to make a spellcasting check on that. But this is a utility spell, which is my specialty. And so I get specialization. I rolled... Oh, nice. So that is a 25 with a crit.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Everyone's run away from the immediate area where Mongoose and Stealth Mode are. So kind of with the bus there, with the butt end kind of facing out toward the DJ booth. And people immediately start jumping on board. The logic of a school bus kind of appearing out of nowhere doesn't appear to occur to anyone, which works out for you. And
all right. And remember, the bus can drive itself. It's got D10 driving and a specialization in driving itself.
Roll a D10.
But it's specialized.
Roll a D10 and a D4.
Okay. All right. So 19 with the D20 and the D10.
No, not a D20 and a D10, just a D10.
Oh, just the D10? Okay. So the D10 is a 4 and the D4 is a 1.
So this round, 5 people will get on board the bus.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So if it has a D10 in driving, does that mean it can drive other vehicles?
Yes, but when it drives itself, it's specialized.
Okay. For Shoehorn are the panicky teenagers, 5 of which get on the bus. A couple have made it to the top of the bowl. So next round will essentially be the last round that you have to roll for panicky teenagers. And then we'll move on to some other combat difficulties because I do enjoy this. Stealth mode.
I've got my knife out. I'm gonna sit there next to the in quotes corpse, and I'm gonna hold my action until he moves, and then I'm gonna stab at him.
Okay.
Should I roll my evasion now for the kids?
Yeah.
Or wait until I do something. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
So that's what I'm gonna wait, sit there and wait until he moves, and then I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely less teenagers in the area, so no one runs over you. A lot of them are heading towards the school bus. While you're looking at them, give me an alertness check or something medical if you have that.
I am not a doctor, but I am very alert. I will do an alertness. Oh, so my total is, hang on. Okay, so I got a 22, and I critted on my 2.
Okay.
And my alertness, I can crit on my 2.
You are able to crit on your 2.
If I roll a 2 on my D2, I critically succeed on it.
Okay. So you are not a doctor, but you have seen quite a few dead bodies. And not only does this guy look like he's been dead for a month, it looks like he's been dead at the bottom of a lake for a month. His skin is puffy and gray and kind of sloughing off. Some of the liquids that are coming out of him are definitely not blood, into green or maybe black. You know, that head wounds that he just took, there's holes in his head that are not losing anything. There's no chunks of brain coming out the other side of his head where Ghost Town put a hole through it. The hockey mask seems fused into his skin, like he's worn it solidly for 5 or 6 years. And yeah, this guy definitely shouldn't have been alive the first time, let alone like the 2 or 3 times he's been re-alived now.
Upon seeing that, I'm going to cancel my hold action, and I'm just going to stab him in the eye.
Okay, awesome. Mongoose.
No, can I stab him in the eye now, or?
Oh yeah, he's not moving and not resisting, so you just automatically hit him. You put the Bowie knife right in his eye socket.
So it's 4 sharp.
4 sharp?
Yes. Yes, I have an ally within 20 feet, so I get an additional sneak attack. So I get an additional 3 at this point. So it's a total of 4 sharp.
Jesus. Okay. All right, so yeah, you jam the Bowie knife into his eye and wiggle it around a little.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Goes down.
Did he get up?
Not yet.
Well, it looks like I'm going to wait and see if he does, because frankly, buses appearing out of nowhere, flying birdman, some guy that you shoot, and when he dies, he gets back up again. I think maybe I have had way too much to drink.
Yeah, stealth mode also appears to be along that line of thinking, because add them in advance, maybe? Any free actions or move actions out of you, Ghost Town?
No, I have to hold my free action for the second shot, and I am waiting and holding on until such time as it moves or the world changes.
Yeah. And did you make your dodge teenagers roll?
I have not made my dodge teenage roll. Do you want me to make it when I act or now?
Make it now. This is going to be the last roll, and he's not going to move this round.
16.
Yeah, you're fine. Shoehorn.
All right. Am I rolling to avoid teenagers? Sounds like
no, they cleared out enough. You were the least penalized. We'll lift it from you first.
Okay. So then am I rolling to load more teenagers onto the bus?
Yes. D10 and a D4.
3 and a 2.
Okay. That's 5 more. Technically full. You said you could hold 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. But there are still a couple people trying to get in. Maybe one guy's climbing on the roof. And so if you want to wait like one more round, you could get another D4 people in there.
Or I could just cast Hitch a Ride again and summon another bus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Also a viable option. Okay.
Downshifted 2. It's downshift 3, and then I didn't do any spellcasting last turn. So that is 18 to cast, and it's a crit, so that's success. And yeah, another school bus shows up.
Okay. So the first one is leaving.
Okay.
Where's it going?
Good question. To the edge of my line of sight on a safe pass.
Okay. So you are down in the bowl. The edge of your line of sight is essentially the edge of the bowl.
Okay. But I am up, like I'm 10 feet up in the air.
Sure. Okay.
And I still have my move action. So is there anywhere I can move that would be to anyone's advantage?
At the moment, with him not moving, not really.
Okay.
Other than generally a little bit higher so he can see farther so the bus can go farther away.
All right. I mean, this guy just got a knife straight through his eye, so I feel like even though he was brought here by supernatural means, that's probably enough to take him out. So I will fly up a little higher just to keep an eye on the teenagers that I'm escorting to safety.
Okay. Teenagers. Okay. There are no teenagers left in the bottom of the bowl.
Did I get skipped this round? I think I did. I didn't get to go this round yet.
I thought you stabbed him in the eye.
No, that was stealth mode.
Yes, we'll stab him now.
And yeah, we did skip you. My apologies.
Okay, because I'm going to stab him in the other eye with my...
Sure.
And then once I stab him in the eye, I'm going to try to drive this thing through his skull and pin him to the damn ground.
Okay. Yeah. Friends of a feather stabbed.
If he sits up, he's going to have to... This thing's going to have to go through his head or he's going to have to yank it out of his face.
Yeah, that'll be fun for him.
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything or...
Well, if you're trying to pin him to the ground, yes.
Okay, what do I need to do to get this thing through the pinning?
Probably an athletic.
Okay.
You got to get better than his toughness.
Well, there's not a chance in hell I can do that with athletics. There's no way in hell. I only have a D2, and we've seen 21s not hit, and I doubt a perfect on everything's going to crit and hit him,
Okay.
Grappling is generally might.
which is a D2 as well.
You got an a rope?
Well, I still want to stab him in the eye because actually before I do that, I want to use one of my adaptation points for this environment because this is a desert, correct?
Yes.
I am not adept in a desert, so I am now adept at using my sneak attack in the desert. So I want to be able to stab him in the eye with this thing, sneak attack style, which will, since this is deadly, that does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then since I'm going to have to try to drive this thing, I'm not going to try to pin him. I'm going to pull my knife back out and I'm going to take my full actions, all my free actions and everything to run back up the hill to the truck and grab the ropes and the chains. And I'm coming back down the hill the next round with all.
All right, what's your movement speed?
My movement is 45
45.
and I have 8 free actions.
Okay. So that essentially means that you can move 85.
And we was roughly 90 some feet away from the truck. So I'm just going to be shy of getting to the truck this round.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see. Now we're back at the top of the round with stealth mode.
I'm just going to stand there and watch and see what happens. I'm going to hold
Okay.
my action. In case he moves, then I'll stab at him again.
Sure. So you took your knife out of his face?
Yes. Probably a bad
Okay.
move. So I'm going to pull the knife out and get ready to stab him again in case I need to.
All right. He's got a knife in the other eye to keep you company.
And I'm waiting. I'm kind of keeping an eye on him and watching this. Make sure the kids are getting away while I'm sitting there.
So yeah, the people are flooding into the other bus.
Yep.
The first cars have started up from the teenagers getting up on top of the bowl. There doesn't appear to be anyone else kind of in the bowl except for the 2 dead kids. He does not move this round, or at least during your action. So we're back to Mongoose then.
Okay, I'm going to grab the chains and the ropes out of the back, and I'm going to turn around and just beeline right back towards him. This is all like sand down through here, right?
Yes.
Can I just kind of do that jump down on the butt, hit slide thing down, kind of get there faster?
It's not measurably faster for combat.
Okay, I'll just do the same thing I did last time, just burn all my free actions for movement.
Give me an athletics check just for some possible drama.
Okay, 14.
Yeah. No drama. You're good.
Okay, and as soon as I get close to him, I'm going to toss those chains onto him because I'm be about 5 feet away. I'm just going to chuck them.
Okay. That's fine. 50, 60 pounds of chains land on top of him. He doesn't move or react. He still has your knife in his eye, and stealth mode is hovering right above him, ready to plunge his knife back down. Still stop.
So, I'm having a moment of questioning my own sanity. I'm going to put my guns away, and I'm going to start walking towards the desert, seeing whether I can wipe this whole buses appearing out of anywhere zombie weird portal thing out of my head for a turn to try and clear my head, because all of this is very strange to me.
Okay. Sure.
How's the loading up the second bus going?
Tell me what you roll.
All right. 8. 7 plus 1.
So yeah, that bus is almost full.
All right. And what kind of need is there for more buses?
There isn't.
Okay.
In fact, we can probably call that bus full. Everyone else has made it to the top or somewhere else where they would be considered definitely out of combat.
Okay. So then I will land on the ground and tell, I don't know, who's got a knife?
I do.
Yeah. Stealth mode and the bad guy both have knives.
Cut off his head and I will take it far away.
The bad guy's got two of them, one in his hand and one in his eye.
The offer still stands.
Okay. You want to start sawing his head off?
Yeah. The hope is that if we decapitate him, then I can fly away and he will stop getting back.
Okay. Yeah. That is not really a solution I had considered. So he's down and out. He'll take damage from the knife wound. Yeah, that'll work.
Sweet.
So it takes you a hot second because you're not the mightiest of Go personnel, but you get the head away from the body. When you do so and are preparing to fly off with it or whatever, his eyes do open and he has eyeballs again.
Am I in danger?
He doesn't say or do anything. He doesn't gnash his jaws or anything.
All right. Fire pits, or what are my options for a second?
There is a fire pit up on top of the bowl near where the cars were parked.
Okay. Far away from the body?
Yeah, at least probably 120 feet.
Maybe y'all should keep that. I understand that there's some people who might be interested in collecting such things for official purposes.
Those people sound creepy.
Yeah, like y'all aren't. Sorry, didn't you just spend about the last 10 minutes cutting a head off?
Okay, but right before that, I loaded 2 school buses full of teenagers. I'm a hero.
I do not feel like you are helping your case much.
I think you know that.
I'm going to have to assume so, but I'd be very interested in where you're taking those teenagers.
Safety. All right, if we're keeping the head, do we have something solid to contain them in?
Mongoose in stealth mode probably have rucksack.
I was hoping for a safe.
What about a cooler?
Oh boy.
There are plenty of coolers, yes.
That's my suggestion. Correct. Are we still in turns? Or are we free to act?
You're free to act now.
Okay. I'm going to go over and find a closest cooler and just dump it out and say, well, this is a start.
I'm looking for a blue Coleman, one of those tanks that absolutely would never, ever be able to be busted open from the inside, and seeing whether or not we can find one of those.
Sure.
And we can slap the head into that.
One of those high-end wannabe Burning Man. So there's lots of yuppie kids with too much money to spend. So there are a couple of them.
Oh, so we have people that shop at REI and places like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are we just keeping the head or the body too?
I don't think the body is doing much of anything right now.
Shoehorn, can I have my knife back?
Yeah, all right, I'll give you your knife back.
I start dismembering the rest of the body.
As let's throw it into the fire. We're not going to keep it.
As you bend down to either pick him up to haul him to the fire or start dismembering him, it sinks back down into the ground with kind of a brimstone-y, fumy smoke like special visual effect
The hell?
and disappears.
Someone look in the cooler and see if is the head still in the cooler?
Right, you want me to make a spellcasting skill test? See how what's up with that? Ooh, natural 1 on a spellcasting skill test. Say what's up, so I don't know what's up.
So yeah, head is still in the cooler, yes. And you were going to kind of dive into the mechanics of the spell, Shoehorn, but as you were trying to lock on the wonky vibes you've been feeling for this whole thing, they go away.
So you see, this is the deep and mystical. What was I saying?
I hate magic.
I don't know, but what the hell are we going to do with all of those kids that just saw this psychopath kill everyone? How do we spin this?
Well, obviously, they were all on earth drugs.
Earth drugs. Note it.
Okay, first, probably just say drugs. Probably leave off the earth part.
Yes.
Yep. Yep, we can just stick with drugs. Doesn't matter if they're from Earth or other places.
Feeling like maybe I'm on the earth drugs.
All right.
So, yeah, it was a concert. They were obviously all inebriated and under the effects of drugs and rock and roll.
Got it. All right. Huh. There's all the kids gone. Is everybody gone? Is it just our crew and this head?
And the 2 bodies.
And 2 dead bodies? I'm going to go ahead and fire up my HTV and call back to base. Get a hold of Beachhead. Tell him the sit rep.
No one is answering.
No one's answering.
No one's answering.
Try Hawk.
Also not answering.
Try the Star Brigade base. Hey, Payload, you there?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, we got a situation out here. We had a situation. This is Mongoose. We had some things go down. We just tried calling back to our base. We cannot get a hold of Beachhead, Hawk, or anyone.
Well, seems like you should get back to your base. Anything we can do?
Well, we have 2 dead bodies out here that need recovered and taken care of, and a bunch of scared kids out of here that need to get the fuck out of this area.
Jesus, we need to party with you guys. Okay, we'll scramble a team.
All right, thank you. We're going to head back to base and check this out.
Yep.
All right, guys. Star Brigade's going to come in, clean this up. Let's get our asses back to base and figure out what's going on. Grab that cooler. Let's take the truck that we stole.
What's going on? The kid who brought it claimed it.
Well, I was going to see if Birdman could summon us a taxi.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, Birdman, can you summon us a taxi?
Yeah, big one. Summon a big taxi.
No, don't need a roll for that. Okay, you're about 6 miles from your headquarters. When you are about 2 miles away, you understand that some, if not all of it, is on fire.
Ah,
I immediately raised Star Brigade to give them the alert that our base is under attack and they need to be on high alert themselves.
You can't get through to them.
Do have to keep in mind that this may be the result of Hawk's cooking.
Hawk's a bad cook, but not that bad.
I've got stories.
Okay. So you drive back into the mystically large taxi that can comfortably fit everyone, even though it's the size of a regular taxi. You get out. Several of the buildings are on fire. All the ones that aren't secretly Autobots, in fact, are on fire. As you get out and start to spread out in a formation to kind of recon and see what's going on, you are aware of 2 people fighting in the darkness. The flames are throwing some weird shadows kind of all over the place, and there are people just slugging it out 60 feet from you. As you get a little closer, one guy flips another guy, gets him in a headlock or something, and they do a roll, and they're still kind of tussling about. And finally, Stalker gets advantage over Scaffold and is on top of him, has him in a headlock, like a neck lock, like one of those wrestling moves. Left arm around the neck. He pulls out a gun and puts the gun to Scaffold's forehead, and then he notices you guys. He's like, hey guys, what's up? And then he shoots Scaffold in the head.
And this has been an episode of the Energon Protocols. The Energon Protocol stars Aaron Moss as Hardman and as Stealth Mode, Eric Ergen as Copper Stout, Ryan Costello as Scaffold and Shoehorn, Joshua McGuire as Reaper and Mongoose, Charles Cushman as Classified and Ghost Town, and starring Eric Smith as the Storyteller. A big thanks to Hasbro, Marvel Comics, Skybound Entertainment, and all the other comic companies for the years of great G.I. Joe resources and stories. And thanks to Renegade Studios and all their employees for their role-playing game. And a big thank you to all you listening to the Energon Protocols. This is a mostly monthly podcast where a handful of geeks get together to play the Renegade Studios role-playing game, G.I. Joe. If you like what you're listening to, check out the role-playing game yourself. Go to renegadestudios.com and check out their fine listing of games. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers, and many others. Also, be sure to check out the other shows on my network. My main G.I. Joe show is G.I. Joe, a Real American Headcast, and the Brothers show, which is Bravo Teen, which looks at the G.I. Joe comics, cartoons, and other assorted G.I. Joe goodness over the years. There's also Head Speaks, where I look at anything geek-related. Plus, there are several other shows available at headcast.headspeaks.com. Again, that is headcast.headspeaks.com. And if you like what I'm doing here, head over to patreon.com/headcastnetwork and throw a few bucks in the tin. Greatly appreciated. And be sure to join us here next month for another amazing adventure of the Energon Protocols on the Headcast Network.
Yo, Joe.
I have questions.
Everyone else feel like they're on like the edge of a mountain, like a real steep drop, and you're just kind of clinging to the side.
Feels like I'm in one of those Sylvester Stallone movies.
I still have questions?
You have questions. I just got shot in the head.
Well, that would suggest that you do not have questions.
And those questions will have to wait until next session.
Tune in next time on G.I. Joe.